The other thing that you need to do is to consider a couple of primary aspects of placing VLANs. First and foremost, make sure that you understand your traffic patterns. You might find after some analysis that the use of a VLAN isn't even required. So make sure that you have identified your traffic flows, the application types in your network, as well as whether or not you need to segment your work groups before you consider placing the VLANs in the network. Because all three of these primary attributes are going to identify how many VLANs do you need, if any at all, and how big do the VLANs need to be as far as the number of ports assigned to each one. So I have to have a very good idea of what my network currently looks like and how the traffic is currently flowing before I can make these decisions. The other thing that you're going to need to be prepared to do is to provide the appropriate relationship between VLANs and IP addressing. There needs to be a one-to-one correspondence at the subnet level. What that means is, if I have 5 VLANs, I need to have 5 available network IDs using the IP protocol. I normally will use some sort of an IP addressing scheme that will be very, very obvious when I'm looking at the IP address that VLAN and web host belong to, such as VLAN 10 using the 10.10 network and VLAN 20 using the 10.20 network and so on, just so that I can keep it straight when I'm dealing with my management. The other thing is, you need to make sure that you keep the VLANs in class if possible. So if I can subnet a specific address, such as address range 10 or address range 172.16, and allocate an appropriate network ID for each VLAN, it's a lot easier to keep track of. The other thing is VLANs are limited to a single layer 2 domain. And what that means is that we're going to be unable to span a single VLAN across any layer 3 boundary. When you're dealing with a single campus, let's say that we have a VLAN 20 in our primary campus, that VLAN 20 is going to end as soon as it hits a router. So I would never be able to extend VLAN 20 across a wide area network to another campus. If I had a VLAN 20 in each area, believe it or not, they're going to be separate VLANs. There's got to be a router in between to be able to move data between them. So I never extend beyond the layer 2 domain.